morning students, welcome to the next lesson on the chapter playing with numbers. Let's discuss the assignment. First question, the product of any three consecutive numbers is always divisible by 6. Give examples and justify your answer. So I told you to take any three examples, any three consecutive numbers. So I have taken three consecutive numbers randomly. So they are 12, 13 and 14. So product of 12, 13 and 14 is 2184. Okay, and 2184 is completely divisible by 6. Okay, thus the product of any three consecutive numbers is divisible by 6. You can take any other example, you can take any three consecutive numbers and then you can check. Okay, next question, is 397 a prime number? Students, in the last video I explained that if you have to determine that a particular number is a prime number or not, then you find a perfect square which is just greater than this. Okay, so in this case 20 into 20 is equal to 400. So 400 is just greater than 397, right? So we will take 20 as the number. So prime numbers less than 20 are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19. Okay, so 20 we take because the square of 20 is 400. Okay, so we take all the prime numbers which are less than 20 and we check that if 397 is divisible by any of these prime numbers or not. So when we checked, we found that it is not divisible by any of these prime numbers. Okay, so 397 is a prime number. Understood? Next, give an example of a number which is divisible by both 4 and 8 but not 32. So in this case, you can take many numbers are there. You can take 8, you can take 16, you can take 24, many numbers are there, and one of those numbers is also 48. 48 is divisible by both 4 and 8 but not by 32. Next example, find all the common factors of 24, 32 and 44. So I told you how to do it. You first write all the factors of the given number. So factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 24. Factors of 32 are 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 and 32. Factors of 44 are 1, 2, 4, 11, 22 and 44. Okay, so let's circle the common factors. So first common factor is 1. 1 is there in all three. Then we have 2. 2 is also there in all three of them, and next is 4. 4 is also there in all three of them. So the common factors are 1, 2 and 4. Okay, next question. Find the three common multiples of 15 and 20. So in this case also you write some first multiples of both the numbers. So multiples of 15 are 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, 105, 120, 135, 150, 165, 180, 195 and so on. There can be infinite numbers of multiples. Now multiples of 20 are 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200 and so on. So here the first three common multiples are 60, 120, then 180, right? So first three common multiples will be 60, 120 and 180. Next question, are 40 and 515 co-prime numbers? So in this case again you have to do you have to write the factors of both the numbers. So let's write the factors of 40 are 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, 40, and factors of 515 are 1, 5, 103 and 515. So students, for both of them to be co-prime numbers, there should not be any other common factor than 1, right? But there is one more common factor, that is 5. Common factors are 1 and 5. So they are not co-prime numbers. Okay, now let's start the new topic, factorization. Write 28 as the product of any of its two factors. So I have told you how to write numbers as the product of its factors. So you can write 28 as 4 into 7 or 2 into 14 or 1 into 28, like this you can write. Okay, so this is the way we write the number as the product of its factors. Expressing a number as the product of its factors is called factorization. Alright, so 24 can be split into 6 into 4. So this is factorization of 24. Again 33 can be written as the product of 3 and 11. So this is the factorization of 33. Alright. Now what are prime factors? The factors which are prime numbers are known as prime factors. Okay. Example, factors of 60 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 15, 20, 30 and 60. Okay. So out of these, which are the prime numbers, prime factors? Yes, there are 3. They are 2, 3 and 5. Out of these, 2, 3 and 5 are prime factors. Okay, because these are prime numbers. Rest all of the factors except one, obviously, all of the factors are composite factors. Okay, so 45, when it is split into 5 into 9, so here 5 is prime and 9 is composite. Similarly, when 10 is split into 5 into 2, both are prime. Okay, so did you understand what are prime factors and what are composite factors? Good. Now, all the composite factors can be factorized further. Okay, like 45 can be written as 3 into 15. Okay, so here 3 is the prime factor and 15 is the composite factor. So 15 can be factorized further. So 15 can be written as 3 into 5. Now both are prime factors now, no need to factorize them further. Next, 24. So these two can be written as 2 into 12. Right. Now 12 will be factorized further. 2 into 6. Now 6 will be factorized further. 2 into 3. Alright. So like this we do the factorization until we reach both prime factors. We keep factorizing the composite factors. Okay. So this is called prime factorization. Okay. Now expressing a number as the product of its prime factors is called prime factorization. Okay, like I did the factorization of 24. Okay, so you see all the prime factors 2, 2, 2 and 3, right? So we can write it as 24 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. Alright, so when you multiply 2 into 2 into 2 into 3, you will get 24, and all the factors are prime factors here. Okay, so expressing a number as the product of its prime factors is called prime factorization. Understood? Okay, and this way of prime factorizing a number is called factor tree. Okay, this is a factor tree. There are two ways in which prime factorization of a number can be done. First is factor tree, as we saw in the last slide, and second one is repeated division. Now for example, if we have to prime factorize 540, so what you do, you make a line on the left side, okay, and make a line below it. Okay, now you take the smallest prime number by which 540 is divisible. Okay, so which is the smallest number by which 540 is divisible? You are right, it is an even number, so it will be 2. Okay, so we will write 2 on the left side, and then we will divide 540 by 2. Okay, and whatever the quotient we will get, we will write it below 540. So 270 is the quotient here. Okay, again we make a line. Okay, again we divide 270 with the smallest prime number. Okay, so smallest prime number again will be 2. Okay, so we will divide 270 by 2. So how much will it be? Correct, 135. So we will write 135 below it. Okay, now which is the smallest prime number by which 135 is divisible? I am sure it is not 2. So is it 3? Yes, it is 3. So we will multiply it by 3. Okay, sorry, we will divide it by 3. Okay, so what will be the quotient? It will be 45. Again we will divide it. So which is the smallest prime number? Again 3. So when we will divide it, we will get 15. Again it is 3. So when we will divide it, we will get 5, and 5 is only divisible by itself or 1. So we will take, but 1 is not a prime number, so we will take 5, and the last one will be 1, and now we stop. Okay, as we reach 1, we stop. So all the prime factors are written on the left side, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3 and 5. So 540 can be written as 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 5. Now 540 is expressed as the product of its prime factors, right? So this is the process of repeated division. I hope you have understood it. Now let's come to the assignment. First question, show the prime factorization of the following numbers by factor tree method. First is 468, second is 900. Second, show the prime factorization of the following numbers by repeated division method. 7325, 2907. Third question, write the smallest 5-digit number and express it as the product of its primes. Primes means prime factors here. Okay. Fourth, which factors are not included in the prime factorization of a composite number? You will have to think about this. Next, find the prime factors of 231, arrange them in descending order, find a relation between two consecutive prime factors. So this is your assignment for today. Do your homework, study nicely, stay at home, be safe, have a good day.